welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Ellie. I am Ellie Auntie. Today's segment is a little bit different. A lot of my friends have been like, hey, you haven't done a Q&A, you know, who are you type of thing. And I was like, but you know who I am? And they're like, you know what we mean? So I thought, you know, I'd get into it and like do a Q&A and all of that. But obviously I didn't want to like do something generic. So on my Instagram, I did like a little questionnaire and I asked people to ask me questions and make it interesting, because I don't want to do the generic like what's your name, where you from type thing. But if you want to know that kind of stuff as well, like just let me know in the description box below. Before I start, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel thus far. I really appreciate you guys. Continue liking and sharing and watching my stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. So what am I drinking? I'm actually drinking warm water with like lemon and honey. Yeah, and oh yeah, if you didn't notice, I'm using a different mug because people in this house don't respect my property and they broke my mug. So I got another mug. But anyways, I'm drinking, like I said, warm water with lemon and honey. Obviously, if you guys want to drink your tea, because I mean, there's tea time with Ellie, you know, drink your tea. I don't have any recommendations because I'm actually going to be trying out some new tea, you know, this week to see what's popping, what's happening. And also, if you have any like tea suggestions, don't forget to leave it in the comment section below. But anyways, let's get into it. So yeah, this is gonna be very chill. I'm gonna be reading some of the questions that I got. If I did not answer your question, it was either, you know, I didn't see your question in time, you know, like, or it was a little bit risky, guys. Also, some people's questions. Anyways, so the first question is, do you feel like you've lived the same day many times before? Well, since this whole quarantine thing has happened, my concept of days and times has really morphed into one. Some days literally feel exactly the same because my routine most of the days are exactly the same. So I have like felt that, but before corona, like that sense of deja vu, like you've been there and then like your mind is reminding you of a time that you were, you know what I'm saying? I've had so many of those moments, so many. And sometimes I'll remember it before it's about to happen, and then while it's happening, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this has already happened before. It's like the creepiest thing ever. Anyways, the next question is, are you living the life of your dreams? Yes and no. Like, I'll do like also a segment on like living your best life and actually how to do that. But why I say yes and no is, it depends on what your definition of living your best life or the life of your dreams is, you know what I'm saying? If it's based on like monetary things and all of that, if I were to measure me living my best life or the life of my dreams based on monetary assets and all of that, I am not necessarily there yet. But in terms of other things, I am actually doing a lot of things that I never thought I'd be doing this year. Yeah, part of me is like, yeah, like in some terms I am living my best life, but obviously monetarily, is monetarily even a word? Financially, I wouldn't say I'm there yet, you know what I'm saying? Because I still want to buy 27 Rolls Royces and yeah. Anyways, how was your first year? Well, the first 3 months of varsity. This person. My first year experience was interesting. It was really interesting. Yeah, guys, actually I'm gonna do like a whole story time about the first 3 months of varsity and how I basically joined the military. Like, I'm not even joking. I basically joined the military for 3 months, and it was, yeah, it was some. Anyways, next question. What were you doing when you felt most passionate and alive? One that like stands out the most for me right now was when I was still doing drama in high school, and it was basically like a inter-school competition, and we had made like the first 2 rounds of like the production. We didn't even think we were gonna make it past the first round, and we'd actually made it to like the third round. We got to perform at the Johannesburg Theatre. And I literally, the moment when I got onto the stage, it was thrilling. I felt like, wow, I could do this like again and again. It was so exhilarating. It was honestly the best feeling ever. Next question, are you a good friend? My friends that are watching those guys tell me in the comments. I try to think that I am a good friend. Obviously there are some areas that I can do better in, and I'm obviously working on it and I'm fixing on it, you know what I'm saying? But I'd say 70% of the time, 75% of the time, I am a good friend. And why I say 75 is because there is room for improvement. There's a lot of things that I could be doing better for my friends, and you know what I'm saying? So I like to say that I'm a good friend, like, you know? Anyways, friends that are watching this, comment, tell them. Who do you trust with your life? God. I trust God.
I'm going to talk about Jesus.
Hallelujah.
That's loud.
Okay, sorry.
Do it nicely.
Oh,
okay?
yes. Hallelujah.
What are you most afraid of? Being trapped. That's like my biggest fear, being trapped. And I don't mean like, okay, also in a room like with no key and there's no escape, that's also quite scary. But what I mean trapped is being in like a space or a field or in a job or whatever, where I feel like there's no way out, where I don't have a say, where I don't have a choice. Just that whole thing of me not being in control of the situation at all whatsoever. Like that feeling of just being trapped, like there's no way out and it's just breaking me down. That's like one of my biggest fears, just being trapped with no way out and feeling like, you know, I have to suffer through this situation or relationship or whatever with this person because there's no way out. That's like my biggest fear. Like I never ever want to feel like that. And if anyone's going through that, yo, I am really sorry. And if you do need assistance, or if you're in it like an abusive relationship, I will, you know, have links to resources and stuff that you can read through and, you know, get help from, because that's like one of my biggest fears. And there are so many people that are actually going through that right now, where they feel like there's no way out. So, you know, link in the description box below. Who are you most jealous of and why? I don't want to say I don't get jealous, you know what I'm saying, but like I don't get jealous. And when I say I don't get jealous, in terms of like my friends and even people that I don't know succeeding in areas that I wish I was succeeding, I don't go, oh my gosh, why is it them and not me, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a like, yeah, they're doing it, and it's more motivation for me to keep grinding, because, you know, I'm gonna be with them there one day. Congratulations, you know what I'm saying? You made it, like you got it. But like, yeah, like I'm not necessarily jealous of like anyone. How tall are you? Okay, this question actually popped up like so many times. Okay, so a lot of people look at my picture and they're like, yeah, okay, she's tall, but we don't think she's that tall. And then they see me in person and they're like,
James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
girl, I'm 185 centimeters tall, which is around 6 foot tall. This is like, the last time I measured myself was like a while ago, like last year, guys. Even I have really not measured, like taken the time to actually like properly measure my height, so it could have changed, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's how tall I am, guys. I am a tall girl. I am a tall girl. Tall girls represent. Yeah, I'm a tall girl. Anyways, my favorite food, guys, let me tell you now, if like whoever doesn't know this, I am a foodie. Like if you want to impress me, buy me food. Literally, if you want to impress me, buy me food. Like I love food. I literally love my favorite dessert is chocolate brownies, but like triple chocolate brownies, where you put like the brownies and then you got choc chips and then you glaze it. Obviously it's a little bit rich for some people, but you know, yeah, that's the energy. Like that's my favorite dessert. And then I love cheese. I love cheese. Gouda, mozzarella, parmesan, fettuccine, blue cheese, camembert. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but guys, cheese, feta cheese, guys. I love cheese with like everything. Like, obviously that's not like a whole like food. And like my favorite dish. Ooh, right now it's between gnocchi, like seafood gnocchi or like seafood pasta. They're both like a pasta, but like, you know what I'm saying. That's like my favorite dish, like seafood pasta or seafood gnocchi. That's again, if you wanna like propose to me or whatever you wanna do with that information, you know what's good. Has someone ever broke your heart, and why? That's assuming I have a heart, because what are you breaking? Anyways, we move. Are you scared of heights? Okay, I used to be scared, like real talk, I used to be afraid of heights. And people are like, that's so weird, you're so tall. I'm like, but it makes so much more sense. Because I am up there, you know what I'm saying? So the ground just looks a lot further down than it would for someone else, you know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely used to be so scared because obviously when you go higher up, like you're up there.
Also, I'm this height, the height that I'm being blessed with, this tall, and then I want to go up there, and I'm looking down, and it looks further, it looks far, but like,
I don't necessarily have 100%, you know, gotten rid of my fear of heights, but I've like 98% conquered it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting there. Are you a good cook? I'm no chef, but like, I like to say that I'm a decent cook, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can cook, I can create my own things and it will taste like food, and I can also follow recipes to the T without like messing it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I also cook in my house, and like people are eating my food, no one's fighting me. So I like to say that I can cook. I'm a decent cook at least. My ideal date, I'd say that April 25th is my ideal date because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and all you need is a light jacket. If you guys get that reference from, also don't forget to leave, you know, a comment. No, my ideal date, if someone wants to take me out, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just be like chill vibes. We can literally just sit on the grass and eat food. As long as there's food, I am a happy camper. Fruit and sweets, I am the happiest, like, and obviously mutual respect, and you know, but like food and sweets. Take is something that people try to make you insecure about. It used to be my height. People should really try to make me feel, and I used to like, even my back hurts now. I used to like hunch and always trying to make myself feel smaller because people used to always talk about my height, you know what I'm saying? But like, I kind of got over that. I was like, nah fam, people just trying to beat me, they're gonna hate me regardless. That's why I do what I do. Catch me in person, I'm flawless. I might just snatch up your dude, but like, yeah. Actually, recently it's been my nose. So many people have been coming for me, and they're like, oh, don't you wanna like one day when you have money fix your nose? I'm like, well, what's wrong with my nose? It's like, no, don't you think it's a little bit too big? It's too, first of all, sweetheart, I'm African, okay? Phenotypically, there are certain, you know, features that are gonna be passed down, and one of them happens to be my nose. So like, why am I gonna be ashamed of something that I was given? And I like my nose. So the people that are trying to come for my nose, please find other things to do with your time. We don't need this energy, yo, especially during a pandemic. You're busy kind of trying to come for people because of their nose, and then what? Like, if I do one day decide to change my nose, it's also none of your business. Like,
back up! Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
why did you start YouTube? I've always actually wanted to start YouTube. It's always been like a thing, like really like one of my dreams to like start a YouTube channel, because I feel like I have so much to say and so many people that I could be impacting, and you know what I'm saying? I just want to share my content and like my energy and my vibes with like other people. And there was someone that's like, oh, like why you want to go into an already saturated market? There's bigger competitions. But like, you don't tell Sasko why you're still making bread when there's Albany. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell Fenty why you're making more makeup when there's Maybelline. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell Dior why you're making clothes when there's already Gucci. Like, you don't do that. So like, yeah, even though it's certain environments and certain, you know, businesses and entertainment industries. I personally think that my content, first of all, is different, and it can be included in the market. Like, I genuinely believe in what I'm putting out and what I'm creating and what I'm making, and I have visions and goals of how this channel is just going to be so much greater. So like, that's why I started my YouTube channel. And again, like, a huge shout out to everyone that's subscribed so far and like comments, but everyone that, you know, likes and comments on my channel and, you know, shares my stuff and subscribes, and like, I really appreciate, like, I really genuinely really appreciate it, because I'm putting, you know, my dreams and, you know, and you guys are helping me make it a reality. So I would like to say, you know, thank you. And on that note, this is basically the end of the Q&A session with me. So now you know a little bit more about me. If you want to know like the basic stuff, okay, I don't want to say basic, but like, if you want to know the other stuff about me, like my real name and like all of that other stuff, let me know in the comments, and if it gets enough, you know, traction, I will do it. But basically, this is the end of Tea Time with Ellie. I am Ellie Auntie. I will see you next week. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace. My ideal date.